Hello aspirants, welcome to Ekamais Academy. Today we are going to discuss about an interesting fact relating to Supreme Court is recently on the occasion of 75 years of existence of Supreme Court, our President of India, Draupadi Murmu, she has inaugurated a new flag as well as insignia for the Supreme Court. So in this regard, we'll be discussing what is the significance of these symbols, what are they trying to convey from the particular symbolic gesture, and what are the other interesting facts which you need to know from Supreme Court point of view in competitive examination perspective. Let us discuss. So first thing, here we have an important announcement regarding TGPSC Prelims cum Mains Foundation batch, so which is about to start from 23rd September. As you already know, in the state of Telangana, job calendar has been released. Accordingly, in the month of October, right, in the next month itself, there is another Group 1 notification which is expected to be released. So according to that notification, February 2025 is the month where they are going to hold prelims. So if any one of you are going to aspire to crack that particular examination, then this can be a useful thing. So here the course duration will be for 7 months, including 2 years validity, available in online as well as offline modes, in English as well as Telugu medium. Then the entire course will be given along with study material, value-added content like current affairs and everything, along with one-to-one mentorship. So this is so unique feature of us. So where you will be constantly advised and you will also be assessed based on your performance, along with weekly tests and revision tests and all the things, right? There is also an important announcement regarding UPSC aspirants who generally read multiple value-added materials with lot of like time taking and all. So here you will be reading through Yojana, Kurukshetra, Down to Earth, EPW, etc., PIB and all, right? So you have to put lot of effort and then you need to understand and you need to cut short. So to simplify your job, we are having this Mission Lakshya program which is about to start from 5th September with a cost of almost 999 rupees. So this cost, if you see, when you want to purchase all these magazines for a month also, you will be costing around 1000 rupees. But at the same cost, we are giving all the crux of this particular magazine in an analytical format through discussion format. And not only this, we are also providing PYQs introduction as well as the structure you need to follow in case of answering such questions and all these will be discussed in as part of this course. So for any of the details, right, regarding this course or this course, you can contact us on this number, right? Then so what is the point of discussion? Recently President of India, so Draupadi Murmu, so she has inaugurated new flag as well as insignia for the Supreme Court, marking 75th year of its establishment. So let us understand what we have to understand. See here, this is the flag and this is the flag on which this particular symbols are depicted. So what is written on this flag? It is written that Supreme Court of India, and if you see here, Yato Dharmasto Yajayaha. That means wherever the victory is there, there will be Dharma, or you can say where Dharma is there, there will be victory. That is what the meaning of that particular Sanskrit verse. Then we also need to understand there is Ashoka Chakra here mentioned, right? Ashoka Chakra, you know, that is the wheel of righteousness, you can say, or Dharma, right? And this was inspired from 3rd century BC, Mauryan capital, lion capital at Sarnath, right? So that's the background of this particular thing, from Mauryan at Sarnath. So this is one part of this flag. So it is having Ashoka Chakra. Second, Supreme Court of India is also mentioned, right? So you can see the image of Supreme Court of India, and here the third part of this image is the book where the Constitution of India has been shown. So what they're trying to convey is always the Supreme Court of India will try to maintain Dharma, okay? So the truth through upholding the constitutional means. So that is what they wanted to convey through this particular thing, and it is written as Supreme Court of India here, Yato Dharmasto Jayaha. That means wherever there is righteousness or Dharma, there will be victory. That is what the meaning that is conveyed through this flag. Right? So I have explained what is Yato Dharmasto Jayaha, right? Then this is written in Devanagari script, you can say. So this is a Sanskritic verse, okay? So then let us understand another symbolic thing which is there in the Supreme Court premises. So you can see here, there is a black bronze sculpture, right? So almost of 210 centimeter height, you can say. So of a mother. So this is a mother. So who is this mother? It is shown like Mother India, right? So Mother India, she's taking care about a child, right? So the child here is nothing but the Republic of India. So Mother India is taking care about the Republic India. And here you can see in the hands of a child there is a book, that is the Constitution, right? So how we are taking care about the Republic of India? By adhering to the constitutionalism or constitutional means. That is what they wanted to show through this particular image, the mother and sculpture image, right? So child sculpture image. Then how the Supreme Court was established and when was it established means, and you know, under Article 124 of Indian Constitution, there is a provision that there shall be Supreme Court of India. The word shall is used. That means there have to be a Supreme Court of India, right? You know, in India, we have independent judiciary as well as integrated judiciary. So both of these things are followed in the case of India, right? So independent judiciary means we have judiciary which is independent of legislature and executive. At the same time, we have a hierarchy of courts like Supreme Court at the highest, then high courts, then we have district courts, and then subordinate courts and all, right? Like this, we have certain hierarchy of courts maintaining and enforcing the central as well as state laws. Then Article 24. Then when was this established? On 28th January 1950, we had the Supreme Court of India established, right? So then if you see the present building of Supreme Court, it was inaugurated in the month of August 1958 by then first Prime President of India, Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad. So he inaugurated the present building of Supreme Court in Delhi. Right? So then what are other things we have to keep in mind? When the Constitution has given the provision for establishment of Supreme Court, at that point of time, the strength of Supreme Court in 1950 was 1+7. So 1+7 means total 8 members are part of the bench of the Supreme Court. And if you see, this number can be increased by Parliament, and it was subsequently increased almost 6 times so far. And last time when we have increased this is in 2019. It was currently now 34. The actual strength, the present strength is actually fixed in 2019. That means anytime in future, in case if the need arises, because when the population is increasing and the needs to settle also increases, then can be a chance of Parliament increasing the strength of Supreme Court judges, right? So currently 1+33, total 34 judges are part of Supreme Court bench. Then another important question for you is, who can have the power to increase the judges' strength of the High Court judges? So if you know, try to put your answer in the comment section. Then what is the main job of the Supreme Court of India? Supreme Court has to interpret the law, right? So it is the interpretator of the Constitution of India, right? Interpretator of Constitution of India. And not only that, we also need to understand that Supreme Court, it had many rules, right? Like the interpretation of the constitutional things, court of record, you can say, and it also generally upholds the fundamental rights that an individual had, right? So many other things are attached with the Supreme Court of India. Now let us understand the functions associated with Supreme Court. So when you come to this thing, we have constitutional interpretation as the main objective of the Supreme Court. Any dispute, or you can say any legal question of law or question of fact, these things have to be interpreted by the Constitution, by the Supreme Court of India according to the constitutional lines. And most importantly, it is also the guardian of the Constitution for the reason because it protects the fundamental rights of an individual, right? If there is no guardian and if the rights are given, then state may become so much arbitrary also, right? In protecting the rights, it is very much important that Supreme Court has to play a proactive role, and this is protected through Article 32 as well as 226. You know, writs can be enforced for protection of fundamental rights in case of their violation. Then we also have to keep in mind judicial review, right? In what is judicial review? According to Article 13, any law passed by the legislature or any executive decision like passing of a bylaw, ordinance, constitutional amendment, notification, regulation, anything, okay, under Article 13, if it is in violation with constitutional provisions, then it can be declared null and void. So that is what the power given to Supreme Court of India under judicial review. Same is the power even available to the High Courts also. Then it also had original jurisdiction under Article 131. So original jurisdiction with respect to enforcement of fundamental rights, but at the same time it can only have the power to settle the disputes between center and states. In case of any federal disputes also, it can settle the disputes, and also with respect to president and vice president elections also, it alone has the power to settle the disputes, original as well as exclusive in this regard. Then appellate jurisdiction. Appellate jurisdiction means when there is an appeal from High Court, right? And if High Court certifies that yes, this matter needs your intervention, then Supreme Court can decide on those appeals. Appeals can be on civil matters, criminal matters, or constitutional matters also, right? And there is a special leave petition also allowed, right, in the Supreme Court. Then advisory jurisdiction under Article 143 of Indian Constitution, when President of India feels the need of asking any doubt or any question related to question of fact or question of law to the Supreme Court of India, then Supreme Court in two instances, like if the matter is related to pre-constitutional treaty or agreement, then Supreme Court has to give the recommendation to the President. There won't be any choice here, and the recommendation is not binding on the President of India. Then if it is after the constitution related law and all, so then Supreme Court is not actually bound here. There is a chance of giving or not giving the opinion, and then in both the situations also, whatever the advice if Supreme Court gives any, that will not be binding on the President of India. So these are the main things. Apart from this, there are many other things like court of record, and also it also protects the human rights also, right? We have seen human rights advocacy. We also have seen many other things, right? So these are the main things which generally Supreme Court will take care of, right? Now let us see the practice question. Which of the following statements about the Supreme Court of India is or correct? So Supreme Court is the highest judicial body in India. Decisions of the Supreme Court are final and cannot be challenged in any court. Supreme Court has the power to review its own judgments. So which of these you feel is the correct one? Try to choose your answer in the comment section. Then, as we have reached the end of the video, today we have discussed about, in the context of recent President unveiling the Supreme Court flag as well as insignia, we have discussed what is the flag and what are the things there in the flag, along with some other sculptures associated with Supreme Court, what are their meaning, along with functions of the Supreme Court and a brief history of Supreme Court of India. So Supreme Court and judiciary are very important for any competitive examination. So you please revise the topic once again in total. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.